Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my midweek episode of the Cam Schuster podcast, brought to you by the WesWes Network, brought to you by WesWesNet.com. I get the also Eddie from the Empty Out the Clip podcast on to do some picks and margins for Super Rugby Pacific and the NRL for this weekend's games and this weekend's matches. I just want to mention that we had some audio problems with this episode, so did a bit of a rookie mistake. I didn't set the proper mic, so instead of me thinking I'm using this mic here, I'm using the mic on the computer. So the quality the quality is a bit of a downgrade, but never mind. Show must go on. Apologize for that. But yeah, anyway, here it is, my chat with Eddie, and here is picks and margins. Roll the intro. All right, and we're back, and I'm with also Eddie from the Empty Out the Clip podcast. What's up, brother?
Yo, Sapus. Thanks for having me on.
No worries, man. Are you ready for another weekend of bets?
Bro, let's go, bro. I need to get some multis, man.
Yeah. Man, you did good last week, bro.
Yo, yeah, man.
Some of your wins, man. Made me bet every day on NBA, man. I've been betting every day, man. NBA putting $1.50 for like all these multis.
Yo,
I got one today.
nice, yo.
Yeah, so that was only $15, but not bad
Bro,
for
that's all good. Yeah.
not bad for $1.50.
Yo, $1.50, man. Bet responsibly.
Just like WesWes Network. Okay, yo, man. So we're here to do picks and margins. So I do this every Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday. Just do an episode out there to preview the games and do picks and margins.
Yo,
Just help people out there to decide whether to pick the right team or not. I know we're not 100%, but nobody is every week. But no, man, let's get into it. So we're going to do Super Rugby first. So Super Rugby, we're at round 6, I believe. In the first game on Friday, 7 o'clock game, we've got Moana Pacifica, who's come back from the bye. And they won against the Hurricanes before the bye, so they've got a good week's rest. And they're up against the top of the table Chiefs, who had a hard game last week against our beloved Blues, but just scraped past off the win by 1 point, man. So I'm just looking at this Moana team, and I see that there's no Adi
no
Savea.
stuff. Yeah, no stuff here. Yo.
No Adi Savea, man. But they're up against just a Chiefs team that's sort of still on fire, but the Blues sort of calmed them down a bit, eh?
Yeah.
If you're like to think about like where the Chiefs were at the first three rounds, bro, it was like untouchable, eh? They were just rolling over teams. And then Damon McKenzie, he didn't play the draw game. They went over to Fiji, they lost. Then they came back, played the Blues, and they almost lost. So I don't know if this is a sign that they're come down from their peak or anything like that, but they've got a good team to match up with against the Moana, who are sort of coming right after their win against the Hurricanes, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's saying that the Hurricanes did have a few yellow cards.
Right.
Which gave the Moana a bit of a small advantage. I think the Chiefs will have better discipline, though.
Yeah, those yellow cards, man, they'll hurt you, eh? Especially if you have two of them going out there. But I'm looking at the TAB. The TAB's paying $6 to Moana and $1.10 to the Chiefs. Now they're playing at the Steelers' home ground, the Manukau.
That's up, yo.
Manukau counties.
Yeah.
Now they're saying that's a home ground for Moana, but we all know that's Chiefs territory, right?
Yo.
So it's also Chiefs' home ground. So it's kind of like a neutral home ground, eh?
Yeah.
So it's officially the Moana home ground, but I guess when I'm thinking about home field advantage, I don't know if there is an advantage here. So I guess you're close to South Auckland, where all the South Auckland supporters that support Moana can go down. And then you got the Hamilton. Hamilton's not far. Those Chiefs supporters can come up too. So yeah, man. Yeah, so I don't know. I threw that out the window, the home field advantage thing. Yeah. So But in saying that, Ali Severe's not there. But they did still maintain against the Hurricanes in that second half when Ali was out. He didn't play that second half, huh?
Yeah.
But
he pulled a hammy, I think. Yeah, hamstring.
Yeah. So must be still affecting him. But I like Moana's for first five. That the Pellegrini, the Tongan first five. He came on, and you can tell it's a different team with him on. His kicks were on. He's got a running game. He sort of pushed Gavin Bishop out the way. So he's coming off the bench now. But no, it's good first five. But and they did beat the Hurricanes. But Chiefs are no Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm looking at the $6 versus $1.10. I'm going with the TV, man. I'm picking Chiefs to win this one by 13 plus. How about you?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go same way. Unfortunately, I'll go Chiefs. 13 plus. Again, Bet365 has the Chiefs at $1.11 and Moana at $6.50. Again, with no Savia, it's got leadership's a big thing for Moana. And like you said, that first five, sort of he had some glimpses of like a league half, The way he did those chips. But like, to be fair, if Moana stick to their game plan, and they have better discipline than the Chiefs, I wouldn't doubt them like squeezing an upset, but the Chiefs look solid. Although the Chiefs struggle away, but this is like a neutral home ground, so they'll have a lot of supporters. So I say Chiefs on this one. I'll agree. Yeah,
sweet. That's one to both of us because we both agree. Next game, Saturday game, 4:55 p.m. We're going down to Dunedin. It's at Forsyth Stadium. The Highlanders coming up against the Reds. The Highlanders lost at home last week.
Yep.
Because the Hurricanes A, was it? Hurricanes A.
Yeah, just. Yeah. Let me have a look. Yep. 18-20.
Well, the Reds killed the Waratahs last week.
Yep.
That was their Suncorp. So looks like Reds are strong at home, but away, I think they lost to Crusaders. They got beaten by Crusaders 40-19. In round 4, but they're coming down to Forsyth Stadium. Highlanders will be kicking themselves for losing that game against Hurricanes. So they still look a bit strong. I'm not sure if I can be confident on the Reds overseas, like going away, playing away. Interesting though, the Highlanders lineup. So Tufta Nawa, he's gone to wing now. He's playing wing. So they took him out at 12. They got Thomas Umunga Jensen at 12. They got Finn Hurley. He's back from injury. So, man, he was a star that first round. He scored. He ran for the Blues like nothing, man. Finn Hurley, he's back. So, that back three is pretty tough. You got Atangi Toes there as well. Finn Hurley and Tufta Nawa. So, it's interesting to put Tufta Nawa on the wing. I know he played wing for Moana when he was with Moana. I thought he was doing a good job in 12. Well, he was stealing balls. He was disruptive. But put Powell on the wing, but so he's facing up to Tim Ryan and Lucky Anderson. So I wonder if this is just a move to get him just a quiet game, so he does less work and get someone like Tom Umunga Jensen in to play more minutes, but
or maybe there'd be something coming off the bench, and maybe he can switch back into 12. Maybe, The Reds are looking good. They've had some weird losses. I'm not too sure where they sit on the table at the moment, but I'm sure the Highlanders will. Yeah, you're right. From last week, it's hard to pick this one because like the Reds are pretty high on the table. Toby's offering $1.50 for Highlanders, $2.45 for the Reds. I kind of agree because Highlanders will be kicking themselves again for losing last week. They want to redeem themselves. I don't think they want to lose at home again. And the Reds haven't done well overseas. So it depends because the Reds are good at home, Suncorp. they killed the Waratahs, so that's pretty a toss-up sort of thing, So. But I'll give it home advantage for this one. I'll give it to Highlanders too. Even though the Reds are sitting pretty good on the table, there's something about the Highlanders at home that's different, eh? A bunch of no names, just stringing some good plays together, eh?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll agree on you on this one. I'll go Highlanders. Yo, I think 12 and under. I don't think it'll be 13 plus.
Be a close one, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be close as. Yeah.
Yeah, 100, 12 and under. The thing about this competition, the Super Rugby this year, is it's been real competitive.
Mm.
That's been lacking the last few seasons.
Yeah.
And you can tell because if you look at the bottom of the table, you got Western Force, Blues, Drua, Moana. They've still been playing well. You know, they could beat a team on their day, any team on their day. So even though the Highlanders last week were up at top 4, I think, and Hurricanes were down at the bottom, that win by the Hurricanes shot them up to 7th place, and the Highlanders come down to 6th. So man, it's just a win away from changing the table around. But okay, sweet.
Even looking at the bottom of the table, like you were saying before, if you look at the points differential, like at round 6, round 7, you'll see like minus 100, minus 150 for Moana and Drua. But man, minus 14, minus 26.
Yeah,
even the Aussie teams, it's only the Force that's minus 46. Goes to show the comp's tight, man.
Yeah. Round 6. Okay, next game we've got 7 o'clock. There's a big one. This is the rivalry. This is the rivalry game. This game, Blues Crusaders. What can you say, man? This game is. I don't care what they say in New Zealand that the rivalry is Chiefs and Crusaders or Hurricanes and whoever. I don't care. No one cares. It's Blues and Crusaders. Doesn't matter how bad the Blues were playing all these years. Blues Crusaders always the game. Of the whole competition.
Fact.
So,
everyone turns up, man.
Everyone turns up for that one. So, man, TAP is paying the same $1.87 for Blues, $1.87 for Crusaders. We're playing in Eden Park, man. So the Blues lost. They lost Eden Park to to Chiefs round 1, right?
Yeah, loss, win, loss.
Yeah, it's only one win from 5 rounds, so it's pretty poor. But you could say that as a Blues fan, you'd be happy with the effort because they've just lost, especially their last game against the Chiefs. And you can say, Chiefs top of the table, why did they struggle against the Blues? Yeah, that's right, they struggled against the Blues because we only lost by 1 point. You could have won if Taylor got that kick over. So we were in there, and we could have won that game. But I'm just looking at the Crusaders. So the Crusaders are sort of having a little resurgence now. They had a good win last week, and they had a bye. They're coming off the bye, so they had a good win last week. Becca Springer, he scored 5 tries. He ties for the record of most tries in the game.
Shucks.
So that's, and looking at their team, Becca Stringer's on the bench. They're gone with Shea Fiaki again. On the wing. I'm not sure if that's like because he's going to match up against Talia or Clark, so maybe a stronger body, to come up against our big wings we got there. But so Eden Park home for the Blues. This is a tough one. The Blues, Perifeta's back, so he's starting number 10. Corey Evans, I thought he had a great game last week, so he's back at 15. Then Clark's back from injury. It was a late call injury. Who else we got? So Tutu's back from suspension, so he's playing 8. Yeah, man, it's
it's a toughie.
It's a tough.
If we can shut down Jordan and Sevu Reece, I think we have a good chance keeping him at bay. But man, Will Jordan's on fire. He's on fire, Clark, he's been a bit hot and cold lately. He's been doing those busting runs that he usually does. We've been relying on Telea a lot, but we see how it goes. I mean, from my heart, I want the Blues to win, but I think the Crusaders will probably slightly edge us on this one, Yeah,
it's interesting. Then they've got. I thought he had a good game last week, but I don't see him anywhere. What's his name? He's the number 13 from Auckland that went down. Yeah, he's injuries.
He's not on the bench.
No, Braden Inmore. Yeah, I wonder if he got injured. But yeah, good game last week. But he's sitting out this game for some reason. Thought they would have put him on, but yeah, I think there's a chance the Blues can win, and I think it's because of just the beat up they're beginning in training all this week, because they've just lost to the Chiefs, man, and that was a heartbreaker. They're so close. So, and I think they're due for that win. They're getting all this criticism from the media. Like they're not performing like they did last year. Like the game plan last year was smash it up in the middle ways, pick a point, and then go at that point all the time, and that's what happened. So, and that's what gave them first place in 6 different categories the whole season last year, right? So, man, I know I said you see I'm praying and not a heart, but man, my heart's too strong in this one, bro. My heart's too strong on this one, man. Oh man, I'm gonna go for Blues, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for the Blues, man. I'm going to go for the Blues, man.
Hey,
Blues 12 and under, man.
I'm going by stats, man. I'm going by stats. Bet365 gives the Blues at $1.95 and the Crusaders at $1.87. So if you want to put some money down, I'll put the Crusaders 12 and under. But I'm a Blues fan. I can't take that bet. But yeah, I just want to help everyone's multis, man.
Man, I think I can't see any weakness in this Crusaders team. Because that Tom Christie, he's playing good. Leo Willie might be a weak part. And the blind side. Man, but I don't know, man. The Crusaders' backs are scary, man. They can open it up. So our defense needs to be on. Like Blues need to be on, and they haven't been on all season, right?
Yeah.
So it depends if they're going to be on their first game. They're on in five rounds, man. Like this is round 6, and you tell me Blues are going to be perfect, and after 6 rounds, wow.
We have to make Eden Park our fortress, man. Again, but it's going to be hard because you got O'Connor on the bench as well. He comes in, he switches the game.
True that. They got good up. And what we got fucking Tomer. Okay, I'm going for the Blues, man. I'm going for hat. Fuck it. I'm going for my hat, man.
I can't.
There's a slot in there.
Yeah.
The Blues could do it. The Blues could do it.
Nah, I'm going for the money, man. I'm going for Crusaders. For the money.
Okay.
Sick.
Okay, next we've got going over to Australia to Sydney. The Rabbitohs playing the Brumbies. The Rabbitohs paying $250 to the Brumbies, $147 at the TAB. Man, when's Joseph Soalia coming back? Still waiting for him to come back. So apparently he's been training, but they're just resting him for this game. But he's good to go.
True.
But they just precaution they want just let this game slide. I don't know if that's because they know they're gonna lose. Let this slide. Because on the Brumbies side they got Rob Valentini. He's back.
Yo.
And that just ups their team. That's a big upgrade for the Brumbies. But I like the outside backs, especially Tom Wright. I like that guy, man. He's mean. So over the Waratahs, you got they've taken a lot of some of the Rebels players this season. You got Callaway at the back there. Their front row is pretty good, You got Angus Bell, Bowles in there. And Bareki, I like him as a hooker. So he's last year, I think it was last year he was scoring a lot of tries off the back of the maul. So yeah, that's the Waratahs. I'm going for where are they playing? They're playing at they're playing Waratahs home. So I'm going for Brumbies. I think the Brumbies have been warming up. I think each game, and they're higher off the Blues, weren't they?
Yeah.
So
Since that Blues win, they've been on.
yeah. So I'm going for Brumbies. Maybe it's 13 plus.
13. Yo. I'll say, yeah. I reckon Brumbies, 13 plus. You got some big dudes in there, Pollard, Alaalatoa, you could tell. Like, it's a pretty solid like squad. When they beat the Blues, I don't think that was a fluke, man. That was a hard won game. And I was sad, bro, because I'm going for the Blues, but at the same time, Australian rugby, I reckon they're building around the Brumbies. I mean, the Reds are higher on the table, but at the moment, I reckon Brumbies is probably is where the national team will be built on. I reckon a lot of those players will be Wallabies. So nah, I reckon Brumbies by heaps. Yeah.
All right. In the last game of round 6 Super Rugby Pacific, Sunday game, 7 p.m. Don't know if anyone would be watching this, but maybe the Fijians. But Fiji Drua and Western Force are playing over in Perth.
Yep.
7 o'clock, so that means it's going to be 2 o'clock p.m. over there and after there. What can you say about Drua, man? They're just a team that's 50-50 every game, eh? Like, I mean, they're good, but man, they just can't, they just fall short. And it's always those micro skills that they don't need, man. Drop balls and stakes and all that kind of stuff. But that's a particular flying team. And up against Western Force, which sort of back down to earth now.
Yeah.
After a hot start of the season, like they beat the Brumbies over there in Canberra, right? So it's kind of like a structured team versus like the Warriors throw the ball around team.
Yes.
Oh, that's what the Warriors used to be. But I think this is a story for all the Fiji Drua games. You just don't know which Drua team's gonna show up, man. But I'm giving this to. I'm actually giving this to Fiji. I think this is gonna be the upset of the round. This is gonna be the upset of the round. So the Force is paying $1.45 at TV.
Yo,
Draws paying $2.60.
I think it's the same, Moose. I'm thinking the same, Moose. To be honest, the Western Force, I think with their game against Moana Pacifica, they conceded a lot of points and then they made that mean-ass comeback because Moana was like, they were dropping balls all the time. But the thing is that I think this is the game where the Fijians will break that hoodoo of, winning away. I think they will win this game. And like, I know I'm going for the money for the Blues. I know I am sorry. I'm sorry to everyone that's listening, but man, Force paying $1.48, Draw paying $2.65 on Bet365. I reckon this is going to be the upset. I'm going for Draw. The Western Force, they can, when it comes to defense, they go to sleep sometimes. They let too many easy tries in, and I know they're high on the table than Fuji Dura, but man, there's a gut feeling, put a lazy 5 on it, I reckon. But I'll say Fiji Dura by 7, so 12 and under.
Okay, yeah, you're right about the defense to the Force because they've conceded 40+ points in 3 of their last 4 games.
Yep.
Which offensive team like the Drua throwing the ball around and scoring those long distance tries, they'll exploit that all day, man. If your defense not will scratch, but it'll be similar to the Moana game, Like there was a tit for tat sort of thing, Like back and forth, a high scoring game.
Yep.
Hardly any defense. So it's
and
like
even points differential, the Fiji draw is like minus 26 compared to the Forces minus 46. So Fiji just needs to execute their plays and close out a game. That's all they need to do, is close it out.
Yeah, okay. This is my pick for upset. So, yeah. That's us for the Super Rugby. Shall we get into some NRL? So compared to like my experience, like doing these bets and that, NRL is sort of more difficult to pick.
It's a different
There's
beast.
upsets every weekend, man. It's just a matter of picking who's going to be upset. Anyway. But yeah, we'll go through it. So Thursday game, tomorrow's game, Melbourne Storm versus Penrith Panthers. So Melbourne Storm's coming off a bye. They just came off that 50-point win they against who they play in round one.
Parramatta.
Parramatta, Parramatta's looking shocking, man. I don't think.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think they're up to the level of NRL right now, eh, man? Like, wow. What's going on?
I don't know. And
what's going on?
Junior Barlow, he lost a lot of weight, and he looked fit, and unfortunately, it's the team's just not there with him.
Yeah. So Storm Panthers. So Storm's paying $1.53 TV. Panthers are paying $3.35. That's a pretty high high pay for the Panthers.
Same with Bet365, man.
Yeah, because they are playing over in Storm.
Yep.
In Melbourne. So, and looking at the teams, Melbourne's like full strength, man. Yeah, it's the same old, man. Full strength. Because and you got Wishart coming off the bench too. Another quality player there. How come the Newcastle Knights have throw the money over the Wishart's way? Did you think? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Penrith, man, that game last week against the Roosters, when you thought it was game over, and then the Penrith just needed 3 tries in under 10 minutes, and they did it, except for the last one. But man, the most impressive thing about that, there was a restart 1 minute to go. They had to sit all the way from their end all the way to the when Branson missed that try at the end, man.
Yep.
What the hell, man? Shit. So
I know that pain too well, Luce.
It's pain too well.
I know that pain so well, bro. From the Broncos, we made it all the way to the grand final, and then the Panthers just turned it on us, man.
Yeah, man. Look, man. Even though that happened, they don't have a lot of their players, and that's been the story for Penrith Panthers every year. They've lost players due to salary cap. They're not going to win, and then they do, and then we say it again the following year, and then they win. They're not going to win, and then they do. Is this the time where it stops? Have they lost too many players now? Well, we can't tell from round 2, round 3, but I think Melbourne Storm will be too much for them down there, especially down there. So I'm going Melbourne 12 and under.
Yo. Yeah. I don't think the Storm have changed that much from the grand final. I think it's the same team. I think Nelson's back, after suspension. And I think the missing player from the Panthers is Dylan Edwards. But yeah, I think they've lost too much of the core members. Luai, Trevor, Fisher Harris. Like those are big guns gone. You can't rely on Martin and Yao to hold it up there. But I think Luai was probably the biggest hit. Losing him because if Cleary's not firing, Luai he fires off, so they kind of work off each other. But yeah, you can't count out that X factor from the Panthers. How they can turn things upside down and they can cause an upset on this. If I was a betting man, I'll probably chuck a lazy 5 on the Panthers to take this one out. But I would say the Storm should win this based on the players that they have at the moment. I wouldn't say it'll be a hiding, but it should be close. So I reckon it should be a 2-try margin between the two teams.
Yeah, you're right about the X Factor thing, because if you look at the Melbourne Storm, if you look at their backline, you got Hughes, Munster, you got Meany there. Back 3, you got Xavier Coates, Peppenhausen, and Grant Anderson. Walbrook, he's injured. He hasn't been named. Yeah, it's gonna be a good game anyway, and I want the game to be on a Thursday night now.
Yo, it's a replay of the grand final.
Yeah. Okay. Next game, Friday. Oh, going down to Go Media Stadium. Warriors, New Zealand Warriors. New Zealand Warriors against the Sydney Roosters. Now, bro, if you think NRL was easy to pick, fuck, you don't know, man, because both these teams had two different results in the first two rounds, man.
Yep.
Right? So
both of them got hidings.
both of those, and then both of them surprisingly won against good teams last round. So they're meeting. The TAB is giving Warriors an edge here. They're paying $1.87 to Roosters $1.95, and I think that's because of home advantage. I think the fact that the Roosters have to fly on the plane, come over here, play the Warriors. Warriors are still didn't have to go travel anywhere. I mean, there's a second game at home, second week at home, right? So, and they're on a high against that win against Manly. But if Sydney Roosters play like they did last week, they've got this game. They've got this game. You know, and for me, the New Zealand Warriors winning last week against Manly, I'm not saying it because I'm a Manly fan. Manly just made too many mistakes, man, and a lot of the tries the Warriors scored were through Manly error. If Sydney would make all those errors again this week, then sure, the Warriors will win, but I don't think so. And if you look at the personnel that Sydney had, I mean, it was everyone, you know, we all know that they've lost a lot of players due to retiring or going to play rugby. But you got Chad Townsend now at 7, but you got your back three, Dominic Young, who should be on everyone's try-scoring multi.
I had him, bro. He got me the catch.
And Daniel Tupou, who's actually not, he was number 2. He was top 3 try scorers last year. Yeah, so maybe both of them should be in your multi. But
chuck those two and Connor Watson, and you're done.
Yeah, and you know, of course, Tedesco at the back.
Tedesco,
but the new guy, the centre they got, number 4, Robert Toya. Man,
he's
pretty good, man. He's been good, eh? He's been solid for them, and good timing too. Him coming up from the bottom grades into there because Joey Manu's gone, so you know he stepped into his spot. Angus Crichton's playing. Then you got Spencer Lemieux's back from suspension.
Yeesh.
And Victor Radley had that knock. He got knocked out last week. Now he's back. So I guess the concussion, the 11-day protocol, didn't take into effect. So he's back playing. So you know they've still got a strong team, man. You know they've got stars in there. They've got Origin players in there, right? In the English international. But I'll go for Sydney, man.
Hey, whoa, controversy. Sorry. Damn.
So I kind of talked myself into it, eh?
Yeah.
Because
big call, man. It's a big call.
I mean, come on, man. That's my reasoning. You know, these guys aren't no like. These aren't bad players in the Roosters team, right?
Yeah.
So there's no bad players in the Warriors team. But I think, judging from the past games, I think the Sydney Roosters are a better team. Yeah, they've had a better experience than the Warriors have had.
Yep.
So, and I think if anything, the home advantage will help the Warriors, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
That should.
On Bet365, the Warriors are playing $1.91 and the Roosters are playing $1.91. So it's fairly even. To be honest, I think this will go to Golden Point, and I reckon the Warriors will win it in Golden Point. The reason why I say that is the Warriors, they finally capitalized on broken play against the Manly Seagulls. Like you said, just getting tries off those errors. And I think rubber the green, they'll just getting all the points. The Roosters had a good win over the Panthers, but in the last 10 minutes they looked gassed. Panthers were coming back, even though they won. I think they suffered. Their bodies would have been like pushed to the limit because the Panthers, they would have pushed them like straight to their limits. And also that centre Toya, yeah, he's good, man. Even when the Broncos were smashing the Roosters, Toya was still carving through the Broncos in that round one match. So I think it will go to Golden Point, and I think the Warriors will just get that win because I think from the last week's game they would, that was a full strength Manly squad, and I think they would have built a lot of confidence of that. Roosters, a lot of the older boys are coming back, and I think they want to prove to the young guns that they still got it. Because some of these young players, like especially that Kelston boy, Nafahu White, he's been excellent for the Roosters. Amazing. And yeah, Dominic Young as well. So it's 50-50. But my heart will go Warriors, Golden Point. Just because they're on a bit of a roll lately, and I think they'll win this game against a tied Roosters who just came back off the battlefield against the Panthers. So I'll say Warriors, Golden Point.
I think you convinced me to change. I'll change. I'm going to change so I can blame it on you if the Roosters win. But, I said that, the Warriors seem to score off the mistakes Seagulls did, right? But the same thing happened to the Roosters, right? So, man, Penrith made 13 errors to last week, and that's 13 errors too many. Yeah, because there's always the factor of traveling.
Yeah.
Roosters have to jump on a plane and get down here.
Yep.
And I was thinking, like, if, it was a good win for the Warriors against the Manly Seagulls because that was a win at home. And if the Warriors can make this their fortress, make it hard for teams to come over here and struggle to win games, and this is a good game for the Warriors to win because that will cement some sort of thing where, okay, we've kind of establishing Go Media Stadium to be our fortress, so it'll be hard to win here. If they can do that, like the Storm does to AMI, Stadium, they could do the same thing. Because everyone has to fly down there to Melbourne, or fly to Suncourt and all that. But man.
Especially with the weather being colder down here, it makes it extra harder for visiting teams. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to change my
Welcome, Warriors.
I go for the Warriors. Okay, next we got. Oh, it's your turn. We got your Brisbane. We got your Brisbane Broncos against the North Queensland. 10 o'clock. We're playing at Suncorp Stadium. TAB's playing $1.15 to the Brisbane Broncos.
Yep.
$5.60 to the North Queensland Cowboys. And you know what? Like, round one, the Cowboys got smashed. Round two, the Cowboys lost, and they don't look good. And they're coming up against the Brisbane Broncos that sort of like tripped up last week. And they're playing at Suncorp. And, if they need to redeem themselves, there's a good team to play to redeem themselves, right? So, I agree with TAB here. Going for the Brisbane Broncos 15+.
Yep. Yeah, same. I think this will be, especially from the trip up from last week. I think we want revenge, after losing to the Raiders. Cowboys seem like they're missing at times when it comes on defense. I feel sorry for Drinkwater at fullback because he works hard, man. He works hard to try and cover it, and Deaden's struggling as well. But I think this game comes down to one player, Reece Walsh. He had a shocker against the Raiders, absolute shocker.
He got me -2 on my bets.
So he needs to redeem himself, otherwise he's going to be chucked on the bench. We got some good forward rotation. I'm not a big fan of that. I can't pronounce his name. Gowinski in the forwards. Especially on that edge, I prefer put Carrigan there. But yeah,
they got him in prop, He's playing prop now,
and he's too small for prop. He's getting whacked, bro. Carrigan, you leave that to Haas, you leave that to Willison, man. Get those boys to smash it up. Hetherington. But we got to believe in Marge. see what he does with our team. But this is the classic local Brisbane derby. So big brother against small brother. But unfortunately, big brother's gonna win this one. So I wouldn't put money on the Cowboys. I'll say Brisbane 13 plus.
Yeah, the loss of what's his name? That's on to Roosters. Townsend, Chad Townsend. The loss of Chad Townsend and Kyle Felt.
Yeah.
For the Cowboys, looks like they've been missing those two pieces. But they haven't looked that flashy. They dumped.
Yeah.
They dropped. The coach dropped the night.
Oh,
the night last game for his performance in game one, round one. So yeah, I think that's not the problem, man. It's like the whole team. Seems like nothing's not right for the Queensland team, man. Nothing's not clicking for them, man. So they're having problems, and it looks like they continue to have problems. It doesn't help them that they're going to play angry Broncos, right? Who lost last week. So yeah, I'm giving the Broncos 15 plus for that one.
Yo.
All right, Saturday we move down to Sydney. We're going to Shark Stadium. Cronulla versus Sydney Rabbits. Will Sydney Rabbits come down to earth now? They've won 2 games in a row. They've won 2 games. They look pretty solid. Sort of redeeming themselves from last year, because they were just horrible last year, making the playoffs, making the finals the year before that, and then just almost won in spring, last year. So now they got Wayne Bennett. He's making his influence is put something in the team already. They're 2-0 right now, but looks like they're coming up to their first test against the Cronulla Sharks that played really good in that loss against Penrith in round 1 in Vegas. Did what everyone knew what they were going to do in round 2, and they beat North Queensland. Everyone's beating North Queensland.
Yeah.
So yeah, against the Rabbits, there's a little bit more of an upgrade for the Sharks, and Sydney, they need to be tested. I think Sharks too much. I think Sharks going to be too much.
Yeah.
Right now, Sharks are paying $1.16 from TAB. South Sydney's paying $5.40. So Sharks, still got their team. Adam Blake's still there. They look healthy. The halves are good. Hines and Trindle. Nico Hines and Trindle. Yeah. I think.
And also, Fanor Blake's just slotted in well.
Yeah.
He looks like a monster, man. Yeah, I agree, bro. I think it'll be Sharks. I mean, he's a super coach, bro, but he can't turn a full team, into like superstars in one go. So their 2 wins have been good, but to be honest, like without Murray as an enforcer on the defense, it's going to be a big struggle against bigger sides. Yeah, and Nico Hines, he's waiting for opportunity to just let go, let loose. And the TAB and even Bet365 is like odds are heavily in Sharks' favor, so I'll go Sharks. I don't think it'll be hiding.
No,
I think it'll be close, but yeah, 12 and under.
Also, Jack Whiten's back. Jack Whiten's back for the Rabbits. He's come off suspension.
Yo.
So yeah, but still not good enough. Sharks still a good team, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got the Sharks. We've got the Sharks on that one. We're going down to. We're up in Queensland. We're in Brisbane at Kayo Stadium for Dolphins and West Tigers. Now, man, the West Tigers is like a team that I was looking forward to this season because Loi's there, and Taruva's there. Terrell May is there. The talk that Terrell's younger brother might join them.
Yo.
Too, after getting off his court case.
Yeah.
Sounds like a mafia thing, yeah. Like the witness didn't show up. The witness didn't show up, so they had to drop the case. Yeah, man. So, Tigers. I like the look at this game for the Tigers, man. There's a test for them that if they can play away and win a game away, but this is a hard one to pick, man. Because the Dolphins are hungry too. Having that. Dolphins are hungry as well. I'm flipping the coin on this one now. But you know what? I'll give it to the Dolphins because they're playing at home.
Yep.
You know, so yeah. How are you?
Yeah, I mean the Dolphins. Like last week, I think they just got outplayed by Maju. What's his name? Ponga. Those two guys just caned them, eh? And the Dolphins struggled to get back into the game after those first initial tries. And Bradman Best, man, he just ran right through them. The Tigers, they fought hard for that win last week. They put everything in it, and to be honest, Luai and Patches looked like he was comfortable, eh? The way he was moving around, it's like, there's a lot of errors. I think him and Galvin will be a good partnership. I think the Dolphins will get it. They are favorites on Bet365, 182 to the West Tigers, $2.
Just close though, eh? Real close.
It's real close. And you're right, this will be a great test for the Tigers. It'll be very close indeed. I would say this will be my upset. I'll say Tigers by 2.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's your upset. I like that. Yeah. This is a flip of a coin game.
Yep.
And I think for me, like, just to take a stab at it, these flip of a coin games, go for the highest betting.
Yeah.
Highest odds. You never know, man.
Yeah.
Or just skip it entirely. For your multi, skip it.
Yeah, just skip it.
All right, also, next game we got Saturday, 9:35 p.m. Gold Coast Titans versus Newcastle Knights, playing in Gold Coast.
Yo.
Now, on paper, Gold Coast looks good, eh?
Yeah.
But that game against the Bulldogs last week, they just got found out in the first half.
Yo.
And they couldn't really recover in the second half. Tino's back, so that's a bonus. But again, they lost last week. Yeah. And I don't know about the Newcastle Knights playing away. So this is sort of another game like the last game we talked about. This is another game like the Dolphins Tigers then.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll let you go first. How you seeing this one?
Titans are paying $2.05 and the Knights are playing $1.78. So the Knights are favorites. And I have to agree. I think, like I said before, Maju, Ponga, Best, and Sharp were amazing. And Ponga's putting his hand up for that fullback position for Queensland, and he is gunning for it. From his passes to the penetration of the line, he's awesome, and they look in form. Titans, is Campera playing? Because if Campera's playing, I think there'll be a bit of a okay. No, if he's not, then I think Ponga's got free reign.
Kenny is there in the back.
Yeah. Titans definitely have the bigger forwards, but you got Ponga at the back stringing those backline plays. I'll have to go with the bets, and I'll have to go Knights, but it won't be much in it. Yeah. I'll go Knights by 4.
Knights by 4. Okay.
Yeah.
What I do? Gold Coast by. Yeah, Gold Coast by 6.
Nice.
We got 2 Sunday games. First one, 6 p.m. We're down at Combank Stadium. That's the big stadium in Parramatta.
Yo, yeah, huge.
Parramatta Eels versus Bulldogs. Man, just too many injuries for Parramatta Eels, eh?
Yeah.
And for the Bulldogs, I think Burton's injured there. His knee.
Yep, Burton's out.
So he's out.
Huge,
that's a big loss. That's a huge loss for the Bulldogs. Yeah. So, but
I think Kickout's out as well.
Is he? Wow. Yeah, you're right. But I think, the way Parramatta's going, it'll be hard to think who they can beat.
Yeah.
If you watch them play. So, man. So, funny enough, the TAB's got Parramatta at a lesser odd than North Queensland Cowboys. So TAB's paying Parramatta Eels $3.10, to Bulldogs $1.38.
Yeah.
I think that might be due to Brennan being out, the injuries they have. Kikau's out, right? Yeah, I think the Bulldogs got this. The Bulldogs by 12.
Yeah, have to be. The thing with the Bulldogs though is they let in some easy tries. They can't fully close out games properly. Like when they have a big lead, it's like they take their foot off the pedal and they just let easy tries in. And then when it gets close, then they like fucking defend like nothing, eh? So they are looking good. It's just their wins have been like haven't looked the greatest. It's like they've grinded for those wins. But I'll go doggies by 8. I think it'll be it'll be out of a try reach. So yeah, the Eels there's nothing firing there. I think losing Gutherson in the back was a huge loss for the Eels. Yeah. But yeah, I'll say doggies, yeah. Doggies by 8.
What did I say? By 12, eh?
Yeah, you went 12.
Yeah, doggies by 12. Okay, and the final game of the round on Sunday is my Manly Seagulls versus Canberra Raiders. Now, this is an interesting one because both teams had a hot round 1. One team bombed out in round 2. But the other team, Canberra Raiders, in round 2, man, they carried on their form from round 1, man. So, man, I don't know what they're doing over there, what Ricky Stewart's doing, but, man, they are looking like young guns to the death. And Papa Lee, he's playing like he's like 20 again.
Solly, he won the clock like 4 years. Holy damn.
And yeah, and the Maldies that on that team, like they're playing good, man. Sebastian's playing well. Timoko.
Yo.
I hate when those Australians they pronounce his name, eh? Timoko.
Okay.
Timoko. Yeah, man. Manly Seagulls, there was a big they lost, but big scare that Turbo has to leave the field. PCE has to leave the field with back spasm. I think Turbo had hamstring thing. But they're being named in the starting lineup, so all good. Looks like they're playing at home. They're playing at home at Brookvale. And man, to me it feels like when they play at home, you're gonna see a round 1 performance, man. You're gonna see that round 1 performance. But the Canberra Raiders, they can sort of counter that performance with their own, because we're gonna see a lot of running rugby league in this game, I think. So, but I think, man, I've got the round 2 out of my head. So don't worry about round 2. Don't worry about the Warriors game. Think about how they're gonna. Round 1, we saw how the Manly Seagulls could be, and we saw how Canberra could be. But I think Manly is a little bit better. Their personnel a little bit more. Their personnel is a bit more, a lot more X factors, experience X factors on the field, and they're hard to beat at home too. So Manly paying $1.50. Canberra Raiders paying $2.60. I'm going for my brain on this one. Manly Seagulls.
Are you sure?
12 and under.
12 and under, yo. Oh, man. Timoko, Tamale, Savage, Wicks. These guys have been pumping hard, man. Consistency, man. Like, for those 2 games, even though they kind of, like, swept the Warriors in that first game, I think the Warriors were just starstruck with, playing in Vegas and whatnot. Because they didn't seem like the same team in round 2. But yeah, Manly 154 to Raiders 250 on Bet 365. Raiders look good. Raiders look solid. But if you go by that round 1 Manly Seagulls, I think Manly is gonna beat them. I don't think by much. I'll go Manly by 2. I think it's gonna be tight. And the reason why I say that is because Chapoyevich is the man. He had a shocker last week against the Warriors, but he can pull some things out of nowhere. And Cherry Evans, man, there's a reason why, he was the Queensland captain for so long, bro. He can string some stuff together. And I think last week was just bad luck against the Warriors. So I'll go Manly by 2. But it all depends on Jason Saab. That guy, can someone show that guy how to step, bro? Because that guy, when he runs, it's like he tries to run through the defensive player or tries to outrun them. He doesn't know how to step. And the thing is like Timoko and Tamale, Savage and Wicks, they've got that kind of like X factor about them when they do their running there, especially with Timoko. That guy can like power through any step, especially on that right foot. And I think they'll be hard to contain, but I think Hapwadi would have a good game. I think he'll score a few, but it will be tight, definitely tight. I'm not going by the numbers on this one. That 154 to 250. I reckon, just my gut feeling, I say Manly by 2.
Yeah. Ola Kuatu during the Warriors game, he was invisible. He wasn't even. He didn't do. It looks like he wasn't even playing. And you can't have that, man. He's one of our top players in the forwards, so he has to fire when it comes to this week. So as a Manly fan, I'm looking for these guys that didn't show up for the Warriors game to show up for the Canberra game. And I think they will because they're at home and all the fans will be there. So, yeah. Sweet. Man, that's good. That's us.
Yo,
that's us for quick and easy for another picks and margins. Thanks for coming on the Cam Schuster podcast. Well, yeah, man, we'll see how these go. We'll see how these go. Probably do a shout.
Yo,
if we win. Yeah, man.
If you guys win money, make sure you deposit to the Cam Schuster podcast. Sweetos.
I gotta go and record. The guys are gonna do 135 Felicia. All right.
Oh, yo. Sick.
Bye.